All right, mics are going live.
14, not bad.
All right, yes, hit pause on the tunes. All right, well, considering half our party isn't here today, probably, especially some really key figures kind of on how we proceed forward, we are missing some rather important character knowledge on progressing the storyline.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have player knowledge, which, meta. But, yeah. So, I think maybe take the day off from progressing our storyline and kind of see where the conversations take us.
How about on this hour, the Witchlight thing, it could be like all slowed down and we could still play, but everybody wouldn't show, like other people like we're not missing.
Yeah, but everyone was heading back to the orchard.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And we were going to kind of just combine and kind of get things moving along. So this is kind of like a cliffhanger of sorts.
Welcome to the wrap-up episode of Season 1 of the Witchlight Carnival.
And Lyn's at the feasting orchard just feeding her and her dogs.
Dashboard. Sorry, I started up Twitch so I could grab our chat and see if anybody joins us.
I like to move it.
How will this podcast go? 16. Goes pretty well.
I have to agree.
How would I do in the podcast today? Oh, God.
You rolled an 11.
What should we call this podcast? We can't exactly call it Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
Well,
right?
that's what it is, though.
Yep, welcome to the Dungeons & Dragons podcast.
People talking about something podcast.
All right, so, I think when we left off, everybody was kind of headed back to the orchard to...
It was just me and him.
Because you guys were headed back, and then our Yukiko and Galid were headed back that direction as well, having scouted some stuff.
Also, Lucy went to go spy on
Ragnar.
On Ragnar, but
Yeah, we were all coming back, though.
I'm just saying that
she was following us back.
Yes,
But
yes,
then,
she
but
was.
then Rosie decided it's no more worth spying on you anymore. Like Rosie finally found out what was going on, so they're okay.
Yeah, she took a dragonfly to the face. What do you expect?
And I did not notice. I noticed the dragonflies, though, and that was amusing.
Indeed.
I just hear some freaking carpenter bees.
Boing. What?
All right, so I guess we can take the opportunity to maybe catch up on a few things that I put a pin in as we were kind of progressing and not really wanting to take the opportunity to kind of stop while I tried to figure some stuff out. Where is...
My religion is minus.
Okay. So let me get to our carnival locations real quick, because I think, Ragnar, I owe you some information on Diana's malefactor and person that has joined the poor woman and her warhorse together. Let's see. Search bookmarks. Ivy. Carousel. Okay. So, Diana has been cursed by one of the hags of the Hourglass Coven. Very specifically, Mother Nightshade, or Scabatha Nightshade specifically. So, Gabitha. We kind of. I think you. So she resides in a hollowed out tree in the Sylvan Forest. And sleeps within a dollhouse.
Not creepy at all.
Not creepy at all, indeed. And strangely cannot remember the first creature she sees when she wakes. So, there is what information the unicorns could give you concerning the hag that has cursed your lovely, lovely centaur.
So wait, where can she be found again?
The Sylvan Forest in a hollowed out tree. Dead hollowed out tree. Where she sleeps within a dollhouse and cannot remember the first creature she wakes. Or she sees when waking.
She lives like Yoda.
Her stick is indeed better than bacon.
Bacon stick I have.
It's bacon stick.
Hold out tree I live.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Since we are all headed back to the feasting orchard, I do have something we can do that is relevant, but completely irrelevant at the same time. So you are all going to need your D20 and your character sheets. All right. Yeah, I'll wait for you guys to
Alright.
grab your die.
What crimes will commit?
Are we going to need our characters on the board?
You can place all of your characters are all pretty much in the feasting orchard at this point, having returned.
What is me? I see no man.
Yeah, he's the red one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
hate how the chat thing is right over the map.
Well, I mean, it needs to be somewhere. I guess I could move it to the other side of the screen. If you really need to see the map.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And can you F11 full screen of the thing?
Why? F11 doesn't really do anything in OBS. I mean, it drops
Oh.
like a quarter of an inch. The problem you're probably referring to is the fact that this is currently set in studio mode, where it's showing you what we're currently broadcasting, and then the screen that is set for essentially the next transition. All right, so just to eat up time for the next little bit, as you return to the feasting orchard, you notice some music and mirth radiating from the park. The heady scent of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. A stilt walker plucks fruit from the trees. Musicians drum, pipe, and strum. And everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard. You have all been invited to the fairy cake eating contest. There is a table piled high, and I forgot to turn the doorbell off.
The door be open.
Pause. Ring.
door open.
In this case, yeah. Ragnar, if you would close our door per normal. I guess I could have just snoozed that for an hour instead. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, you were all given the simple task of seeing how many cupcakes you can eat in 60 seconds.
All right.
So every 3 seconds you can eat 3 cupcakes, but you get to add your Constitution modifier to that. So
Let me look for my Constitution modifier.
on your sheet under Constitution, so
Oh, there's
Grondar, you can eat 4 cupcakes.
I have +2 Constitution.
Okay, sorry, I misread that. So you can swallow a cupcake every 3 seconds. Rewind. So you can eat a cupcake every 3 seconds, but you can only safely eat 3 plus your Constitution modifier. So you, Grondar, can only eat 4 before we have to start doing save throws.
+2.
Ragnar can eat 5 before having to do Constitution modifier or saving throws.
Mine's +1.
Lyn can eat 4 as well. So, let the competition begin. As the competition begins, you see a gnomish bard approach the table and begin a merry strum, encouraging you to eat and eat hearty. So, we quickly dispose of 4 cupcakes. Eating up, I should pull up a calendar, or not calendar. Oh, a D20 will work. Okay, so you're at 4. Lyn, Grondar, roll, save, roll Constitution.
19.
10.
So 20.
I got
And
11.
11. All right. 5. All right, so we've eaten a 5th cupcake all around.
Yep.
All of you roll Constitution.
5. +1. 6.
15.
I have 14.
Okay. Grondar, let's see. You take 6 custard damage. Just write it in your notes for now. What's your total hit points? 11?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go again. On to number 6. Go ahead. Roll Constitution.
5 again.
12.
So that'll be 6 for me. What did you get?
Uh-oh, Rag.
Including modifiers.
Yes.
3.
Okay. Grondar, you attempt to eat your 6th cupcake, and somehow it does not sit well. Maybe it was the last one not sitting well either. But you promptly pass out and are covered in custard as you fall from the table.
This was fucking nasty.
Ragnar, you take 1 point of custard damage.
Seriously?
Yes.
That means next time we get a Krispy Kreme, I'm just gonna throw some custard at you.
All right, Lyn, Ragnar, on to number 7.
Got 16.
Ragnar.
I got a dirty 20 plus 2, so 22.
How's it to dirty 20 if you... If it's the... Is it the Kraken?
It's the Kraken.
Okay, then that's not a dirty 20. That's a natural 20. Dirty 20 would say, since you've got a plus 2, if you rolled 18,
Okay.
plus 2 would be 20. So that'd be a dirty 20.
I got a dirty 20 earlier, 19 plus 1.
Okay, so Ragnar does a puke and rally. Lyn, holding strong. On to number 8.
There's a no one way over here.
Ooh, I got 8. That's not good.
I got 7.
Lyn, you take 4 points of custard damage.
Oh, jeez Christ. Where do I write
You can
it?
just on your notes for now. Let me know when you guys get to your, or surpass your hit point values, please. Lyn, having seen Ragnar's display, your stomach is turned somewhat. Ragnar, you take 3 more points of custard damage. All right, again, on to 9.
All right.
Ooh, I got 20.
I think 16.
The spirit of competition seems lively between the two of you. The music intensifies. Sounds so much of a dueling tone. On to number 10.
17.
That'd be another 3.
Ragnar, you take 3 more points of custard damage. How close are we?
Let's see. There was
Math.
that time that I ran into a carousel. So I was starting at 12. So that's 12, 11, 10, 9, 11, 6. I'm down to around 5 HP.
Lyn, it's looking pretty good. Okay. On to number 11.
I got 10.
I got 15.
Okay. Holding on. You look over. Poor Grondar is stirring somewhat in the massive pile of custard that has enveloped him.
Well, custard is pretty much the equivalent of sweet mustard.
Oh, God. I hate
Custard,
mustard.
It's an interesting take.
that it would be an interesting take.
Mustard and custard are both gross, so.
And they rhyme.
Custard generally is more like a, what is custard? Like a cake or an ice cream kind of. What is custard? Okay.
It's pretty much gravy.
Squirrel.
Donut
It's
gravy.
mainly a French thing.
Donut gravy.
Donut gravy.
Custard is a dessert similar kind of in consistency to a thick pastry cream, such as what fills eclairs.
Delicious.
Or I guess a
better.
Boston cream donut or Bavarian cream donut kind of thing, that filling. Or, because I was going to say, because Twinkies are actually filled with like whipped cream stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cream is better than the custard.
Okay, sorry.
Children taste the same.
Squirrel passed. On to number 12.
Ooh, I got 3.
I roll another 15.
Ragnar squares her shoulders, looks Lyn straight in the face, and just like one-hands it. Lyn, seeing such a display, is intimidated and takes 8 points of custard damage.
That means I'm dead.
Is that it?
Because my max HP says 9.
Oh.
4 HP and 8 HP. So I'm dead.
We dead.
It would seem that Ragnar has given such a display of mastery in the custard arts that Lyn is overcome and overwhelmed and promptly falls from the table and is entombed in a pile of custard.
My pooch just stares at me like, can't believe you've done this.
I am the victor.
Does your pooch have stats?
It's just an emotional support dog, I guess.
The emotional support wolf. Roll Constitution for the pupper.
Ooh, 15.
The poor pup wanders up to your pile of custard, buries its nose in, and kind of nuzzles your forehead to wake you up. And manages to resist the urge to consume the custard that has enveloped you. Such a loyal pupper you have. Okay. So, roll dex for Lyn and Grondar.
3.
3.
+4. So that'll be 7.
Ragnar, as you roll dex as well, please.
So that would be 11.
11. Roll athletics.
Just a physical
I got
So
6.
I have a +5 for athletics. Nuts. 10.
Not good enough.
Damn.
So, in triumph, you climb up onto the table to celebrate your victory and manage to plant your foot squarely on one of the cupcakes and flail wildly, landing in a pile of custard on your way down.
Oh, and Ragnar laughs about it because she's easily amused.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
Nice. Well done. Well done. As you lay there wallowing in your custard, along with the others in your party, a handful of gnomes and other witchlight hands wander up and help you extricate yourselves from the mess that has been created, as everybody laughs and cheers the accomplishment of surviving as long as you did. And such the display of acrobatics that has transpired. Now, Ragnar, you are handed a specially wrapped cupcake by the leader of the event that functions much like a potion of invisibility, and told that for it to work, you must eat the whole damn thing.
I just,
So,
Wrapping and all.
wrapping it all.
it's funny how I just
I
watched
accept this.
I watched
So,
an
add
episode
it
of
to
Fairly
your-
Odd Parents, and it was based off a muffin. But it was pretty much
No, the
cupcake.
muffin.
This is so weird.
So go ahead and add that to your inventory.
I think it's gonna be on the second page. Maybe third.
So, as you are extricated, the gnomish bard introduced herself as Eliwick, says congratulations, and returns to swinging on a swing from one of the trees in the feasting orchard. You all regain your hit points to what they were prior to starting the event. Ragnar, one of the never mind. I was gonna do something, but so as you are rousing yourselves, having completed your journey or completed your quest, we've been joined by
Strangers.
not strangers, others from your party returning from their
Well,
adventures.
to me, they're strangers.
Hold 1 sec before you plug that in, because I need to turn it down before you actually connect it. Which may or may not help. I guess we will see. Sorry, and I guess I could mute the line in for a second. All right, we're going dark for a second, everybody.
We're gonna die.
All right, so
Is that you or you, Rosie?
okay. All right, sorry for the delay. Rosie and Yukiko have joined us a little late to the party. So I guess Grondar and Ragnar, now that you've completed the quest for custard, it makes sense for you to continue your conversations. And
Of course.
so, what do you guys do?
Pretty much catch up on things.
All right,
He lost a die.
I did lose a die. Catch up on things. Hooray! That's very descriptive. I need to grab my other set of die. Oh, you brought your die this time. Fine, I will hang on to these.
That's a weird die.
It's a D2.
So you just flip it like a coin?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Well, Alec knows damn well that I can't flip a coin.
So I'm curious now because my quarter that was in my dice bag is MIA. It was my organ quarter too. All right, so.
Grab like a jar of quarters, you can just grab another one.
Yeah, but it's not an organ one. All right, Rosie, give me into your mic real quick because I forgot to turn you back on.
Really?
Yes,
Forgot
really.
to just turn me back on.
Yes.
That's not very helpful now, is it?
No, and you were being quiet today, but it could be that mic.
Well,
It might be that mic because you had Grondar eat it last
Oh,
time.
yes.
I had to put it right next to my mouth in order to.
There we go. That's better.
well then.
In
All
the
right.
words of Weird Al Yankovic, just eat it.
Yep.
I actually have that song.
Oh.
He was making songs before we were born. So.
Okay. So, as you guys wrap up your custard contest, Grondar and Ragnar, clap each other on the back. Well done, well done. Let's see. And you wander back to the table that you had been conversing at before. As you sit, Rosie comes flitting down from the sky, looking somewhat abashed and reddened from her encounter with the dragonflies.
Damn dragonflies.
Yukiko, as you wander back into the orchard, you notice that your companion and Galid has managed to slip away while you were not looking. Perhaps she saw another mushroom. One may never know. Okay, so what do you do?
We still need to find a way to get Mr. Witch's watch, do we not?
That is correct.
So, I guess. Are we still planning for that, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
So a distraction is in order? I relay the tale of playing the game over at the Fairy Dragon booth and how much the distraction it causes just in the little girl holding on to said little fairy dragon, and how easy it could be that if one such fairy dragon were to say maybe go missing, then maybe we could get Mr. Witch to come out and be fairly accessible.
Rosie, roll insight.
21.
21.
So, the fairy dragon happens to be a rather favorite pet of Mr. Light, and something that has followed him for many years. And he would be much abashed should something happen to it, and thus Mr. Witch is rather protective of his closest friend's pet of sorts. And let's see. Without Galid here, how do I do this? Everybody roll perception.
Ooh, 22.
9.
15.
5.
Only a 9.
Lyn, as Rosie is describing the intricacies of this loving pet of Mr. Light, you notice a rather odd-looking little girl with a lollipop watching your table rather intently and looking around as if somebody that should be in your party is not there, and trying to decide whether she wants to talk to you or not.
I investigate her.
Okay.
It's a child.
Investigate or interrogate.
Investigate
Down
or
back.
interrogate. Good question.
That's
Indeed.
fine.
Like I think me and I forgot their name, but the person who isn't here right now, I think they're the only other person besides me who actually knows who that is. Which sucks because they're a useful resource.
1 second. Trying to get to the point. Not that one. I need. Okay, maybe I'll go that direction. Holy cow. Of course, this is not wanting to cooperate. Whee! I swear I had this bookmarked, but it is not. So, roll persuasion.
Me?
Yes.
That would be a 9.
As you approach the young girl, she takes one look at you, looks around, and runs away.
I follow her, but I don't cause suspicion.
Okay. Roll investigation.
7.
Okay. You quickly lose sight of her in the crowds as she disappears.
That was a bust.
Yep.
Switching dice.
Everybody else roll perception.
12.
14.
11.
Ragnar.
8.
As you watch Lyn scoot off in pursuit of some random child, you notice something on the ground that appears has been dropped by the kid before she ran off.
I go to investigate this item.
As you pick it up, you realize that it is a small, what looks almost like a toy wand.
I give it a little harmless flick at the nearest crowd.
Okay.
Cast Fireball at 8th level.
Kills child.
Directed.
Nat 1 on the big save. Oh no.
There goes our lead.
That's not what I wanted. Okay. So, as you wave the wand in the general direction of the crowd, a small burst of lights erupt above their heads.
Nice.
He's killed them all.
Distraction to help with the
And
distraction.
I say, hey, I got one of those too. And I pull it out of my pocket. It came from the fairy stand.
Harry Potter duel.
Perhaps we should pay the fairy stand a visit.
Well, I was just there, so it's the fairy dragon, I mean.
Oh.
So if we wonder if these would just scare the fairy dragon. Or put it into panic mode.
It's worth a shot.
A normal person would just give back the wand.
Who said I'm a normal person?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You surfed a pug and you tried to simp for a centaur.
Successfully surfed a pug.
Oh yeah, I haven't been here for most of that. How is that
Exactly.
going?
So he can't give it back because he doesn't know where the kid is.
Ragnar,
Exactly.
I haven't been here for most of your stuff with the centaur. How well is that going?
Very surprisingly well. I have high hopes.
Good.
So the ones you have can cast or have a charge of 8, well, now 7 charges for yours, Ragnar, to cast Prestidigitation, which allows you to create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, faint musical notes, or an odd odor.
I just casted a Patronus.
There's a whole list of things that this can do as well. You can instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
You can create
Clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. Yes, the Prestidigitation cantrip in the player's handbook. That's essentially what it costs or casts, and it has a range of about 10 feet. And because it is an enchanted thing to the carnival, it needs no components to be used.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even need components anyway.
It's verbal and somatic. Oh wait,
Well,
why
then-
is that? Sorry, that would be the transmute. Why is that? Oh, that's messed up in this book. Sorry, it's giving me the transmutation cantrip requirements. I will have to report that to the digital folks. That's weird.
Yeah, so it's just somatic components. Can't
Okay.
use it if your hands are binded. Or
Bound.
binded.
Yeah, binded. Okay, so
Words are weird.
anyway,
You can cover items in dirt. That's one of its things. And
yes,
that
you can
be
make
useful
something clean or
sometimes.
dirty up to 1 cubic foot. So, the gnome, noticing you're speaking in hushed voices and whatnot, begins to play some ominous, almost heist-like music in the background. Clearly having taken an interest in your activities. Lyn, what are you doing, having lost sight of our wayward child?
I go back to the feasting orchard to figure out my next plan.
Okay.
My character just likes chasing after
So-
children.
As you are,
Apparently.
as you regain or rejoin your party, our mime slash clown Candlefoot wanders up, clearly overjoyed, having finally been able to proclaim his love once again for the mermaid and her accepting his proposal. As such, he has offered to teach you all, or give you all, an acting lesson at your earliest convenience.
Ragnar's amused by this.
He starts laughing in his face.
I shall take him up on that offer once we're done with this dragon.
So,
Does, why wouldn't I want a bonus to my performance?
so Candlefoot's lesson would grant you the talent of. Sorry, I just had it in my.
Could one of us just tie the wand to the dragon's tail?
I mean, I have magic. I
That
could
would be
just
fun.
do weird
It would
magical
send
things
it
at
into a
it.
panic.
A lot of fun.
It'd be amusing for everybody else. And we might get Mr. Witch to come out and thus allow us to maybe have access to the watch we need.
So he's gonna retrieve the watch and be able to not cause any issues.
Well, we do have 2 rogues.
We send in the sneaky ones.
If we send in the sneaky one.
And we have 2 ex-military people.
Exactly. So you and I, if need be, will cause the biggest amount of chaos. You will risk your job.
Or we could just knock Mr. White square in the face.
I do have an axe, but then again, he is Mr. Witch, so.
So we could technically send in 2 people. One to actually retrieve the watch, and one of them to actually like look out for if he's coming back.
That is an option. Kind of have like 2 teams.
And we also need a third one to, because we need one to be like in front of the area to where it's like where they can see. Then we need one that's up high.
Mind you, I'm still playing like loot version of heist music in the back of my head while all this is happening, being played by a gnome.
Ding 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 ding
Yep.
ding ding ding.
Or we could get a rope and
Bardcore version of the
Well,
Mission
we gotta
Impossible
have
theme.
one snake go tie the wand to the fairy dragon, who's going to be potentially actively playing the game. Because the game is for hire to whoever comes up with their ticket and wants to play the game.
Exactly.
So, in between the games, somebody sneaky's got to be able to tie one of the extra wands.
Ooh, for good measure, I do like where this is going. So, yeah, sounds like we're deciding 2 teams. We've got 2 muscle, we got 2 rogues. We got
should-
one eye in the sky.
We should actually have one of the muscles do the game, so that way you have more of a chance to like.
Exactly,
I would-
like we
I-
split up into those
I
2
have a
groups.
decent idea. I could switch my shifts and work at the game and just allow it.
Ooh. We could utilize that. Make it a little easier. This is just about which rogue we're gonna have tie the wand to the dragon's tail.
And then when the Mr. Light comes out, comes out, we can both grab a rope and strangle him.
Because you're gonna, like, if you take up the shift, you're gonna be assisting whichever rogue is tying the wand to the tail. So that means that I would be going with the other rogue to assist in any way that I can in swiping that watch.
So, we need sleight of hand and acrobatics, I believe, or sleight of hand and animal handling.
Animal handling +1, sleight of hand
I got
To
And,
do the
So you have more chance of like.
acrobatics
'Cause mine's
plus
plus
two.
2 of animal handling.
Where's my animal
It's in alphabetical order.
Everybody's considering physical
plus
skill
1.
and using the wands to scare the dragons. I
Yes,
mean, I
but
could just
scaring-
use magic. It would be easier because it would
but magic
means
can
we
be
wouldn't.
damaging.
And also we only have 6 charges, so.
We're not wanting to hurt it.
7 in my case. I used a charge on a crowd.
I have
But
illusion
it was not
spells
violent.
I could use.
So 15 charges in total.
Which means the unused one to be attached to the dragon if we're going that way.
Yes, luckily it is not damaging. Or at least to the people you pointed the damn thing at. As a quick aside, everybody gets a +1 to their performance skill from their lessons with Candlefoot.
Yay, I now have a +8 in performance. This is amazing.
That's my performance.
Man, I mean, another
What's your
option
charisma at?
is to throw on a whole sideshow, but we might be dragged off as that's not part of the festivities.
You have to have like a 22
It's
in
not an
charisma.
active part, but it will be entertaining once it happens. That's why we don't want to harm the fairy dragon.
Ah,
I can assure you it is. But go
Between
ahead.
acrobatics, sleight of hand, and animal handling, I have +2 in animal handling.
I mean,
So everything else +1.
0,
Mine
so
too.
So it sounds like you might be going.
sounds like I need to give you the wand, and you're potentially going to make the attachment to the dragon. Just gently tie it to its tail or body. Probably its tail, because that's going to make it split. Since it just needs movement to make it go. And I I get to be the one to steal from Mr. Luke.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. All right. So as far as I know, I'll be going as well to help get the watch.
Does anybody have a change of clothes to help me blend in a little bit better since I feel as
Technically,
nimble as snow?
I might have the unicorn outfit that I took from the
You
TikTok.
would indeed still have the unicorn outfit.
That
But
is
let's see if you're
awesome.
good as me trying to get excited. Well,
Well,
technically,
we have 2 people now, actually.
oh yeah, that could work.
And also,
Feeling viewing.
and also
Let's
they
make it work.
could turn into a fox.
That could be it.
No. I turn into a fox-like person, and I turn into a human. Or a human-like fox. It's kind of weird in the concept. I turn into human-ish, and I turn into a fox-like human.
Yeah.
Lyn and Ragnar roll perception.
3.
12.
Ragnar, you point out that there are many, many different colored folk wandering around the carnival. So having another person who is lighter in tone would not cause too much distraction from the rest of the crowd.
Knows me.
Sounds a fair point.
So are we going in with the 2-person horse outfit?
Or makeup.
So,
Does anybody have light makeup? I mean, it's a carnival.
so what's your what would the saving throw on persuasion be?
I mean, technically lore-wise, but I never put that down.
Persuasion, I think the saving throw is wisdom.
Persuasion is charisma.
Charisma. Yeah, it's a charisma.
It's a charisma skill, but it's a wisdom save, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yes.
So, who's trying to convince Grognar to get stuck as the ass end of a unicorn?
I thought
It's a 2-person costume.
it is a 2-person costume, but I thought we were having Ragnar change his shift to be the manning person at the
Oh, I must have missed that part.
fairy dragon booth.
Which leaves
Miss Rosie to be our eye in the sky, our lookout.
And that magic might come in handy if things go astray.
So who's going to be the other half of the unicorn?
We hadn't decided me being
Well,
in the unicorn.
I have to get the wand of the dragon.
Just saying, it's a 2-person
just got
costume
to-
unless you try and squish the pupper in there again.
We had only discussed that the costume was available, not that anybody was going to be in it.
Yeah, in the costume, you could do what I did, where somehow made it work with one person.
Again, it's a 2-person costume. We have 2 people going in. But
Put the
this
wand
is
on
the
the dragon.
duration on minor illusion?
I could put the wand in the dragon because
Damn.
I am something of a dragon myself.
It was
Yeah,
Yeah,
how's
it's
your
fairy
animal
dragon.
handling?
It's a different breed.
illusions.
Oh yeah.
What's your animal handling it?
One.
Yes.
I got
Better than mine, I've got nothing on animals.
Yeah, I think our best bet would be someone we know handling the front end.
1 minute. To
Yeah,
answer
I
your
know.
question.
I just checked. I asked. Oh, I wonder what the duration is. Damn. 'Cause it's only 1 minute, so that means if I want to do something with it, I have to make sure that it's. I either renew the spell before a minute is up, or I just do it somewhere where no one's gonna be looking in a minute. Either way, it's
Minute's
a
long
problem. A minute is long enough.
Then
I could do cool
you were
things
going
with
to
it.
play, or
like
you
making-
were going to be look out for them as they did their did the wand attachment.
I could be wherever, because I don't have too much impressive of a stealth or sleight of hand. It's just +2 on both.
Grondar, roll perception.
11 plus 1, so 12.
As you're sitting there listening to the plans and whatnot, you look over your shoulder and notice a rather perturbed Witchlight hand that looks vaguely similar to the one you left at your station when you said you were just going to go talk with your friend for a moment.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and create a fire on him. Just to confuse him, because dude's listening in on our conversations.
Roll intimidation.
Where this is going.
That would be a 14.
The Witchlight, having seen much, much worse, gives you a rather rude-looking gesture, walks through the flames and says, "Your time's up."
Intimidation. May I roll intimidation?
You may.
Dude's
10
now just in
plus-
freaking illusory flames.
1,
Goddamn.
11.
The hand gives you an even ruder gesture.
Murder him.
No, it's okay.
This goes
You
down.
you do what we suggested, or what you suggested, and when you're where we expect you to be, then we'll know everything's a go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Things are in motion.
Especially Mr. Witch's hand.
Do I need to roll something?
No, you need to go back to work.
So work.
That
You-
would be
Work was
over
right
here.
here.
So Grondar wanders off.
I just leaped there in a single bound.
That was impressive.
All right. So you're better names right now. We got
Lyn.
your character names. Lyn?
Yeah.
Okay. Lyn is going to be tying the fairy dragon wand.
Which is in the Pixie Kingdom, I think.
I know we've got the ring toss here
Let's
and
do it.
the Cyclops here, so it was somewhere down here.
Let me see.
And
Around
then
here.
Oh, it's not the mystery mine.
that's a mystery mine. So it's,
I think it's right
just
next
going
to
to be in the back of one of the booths.
Yeah.
And then maybe get you to help create an extra ruckus, because you could cast the other wand while the fairy dragon.
Yes, I do have the other wand, and I do
If you
enjoy
cast
causing a ruckus.
If you cast your wand to set the fairy dragon off the first time, and maybe even keep it going, it's casting the wand behind it. So it's going to be getting both issues from both ends.
Ah, yeah, so go right to the front of it somewhere, just kind of off to the side. Cast a bunch of, like, light shows in front of it, spook it, and really have it get riled up.
And didn't
While
I-
being amused by it.
And didn't I hear, as I came back up, that cupcake of yours had some pretty neat
Invisibility.
effects? So
Yeah.
you've got a little bit of safety going on with there.
I do.
Wait, he could be the one that steals the watch with the invisibility.
Well, that's the thing. But,
You're not there to suggest it.
so,
But invisibility and watching things move, and there's a finer concept to being able to steal things with invisibility and being able to steal things in plain sight.
because I'm invisible, so, but the watch isn't. So.
Even if you put it in your pocket, it's still kind of visible, I think. I don't really know how.
I would
to describe
imagine
it.
it's
The
just-
transfer of persons can make things turn invisible, but it's a different concept to the person who's being stolen from.
Oh, so that means if you were to
I-
steal
Like
the watch
me and my
duplicate-
personal items are invisible.
What if you
I
were
know
to
it's
steal the
metagame,
watch
but
and
the
eat it?
rules do say if it's being worn or carried, it's invisible.
Ah.
So if you just pick it up, it just goes poof.
Then again, there might be some weird witchy thing with the watch.
Do think, if you're standing by yourself because you're high and important and nobody wants to be around you, and suddenly you realize something's missing, you're going to go in suspicion mode really fast because nobody's been around you. But if you're a high and important person and then there's a ruckus and everybody has to close in on you and then you realize something's missing.
I mean, if things go wrong, I enjoy a good fight, but I am still a level 1. So I don't like my chances.
You'd be surprised what we can do at our level.
True.
Well, if he's gonna go into suspicion mode immediately, we have to
I
find
would-
some way to make sure he
I
doesn't
would rather know
realize it's
that they
gone.
can't trace your wand movement
True.
than worrying about whether or not they're going to catch me pickpocket.
I mean, what do you think the worst case scenario would be if I was caught messing with the dragon, like somehow before the dragon can cause more of a chaos than someone noticing an invisible wand just flailing about?
Well, the wand on your person is invisible.
Oh,
Yeah, it's considered carried.
oh right, yeah. So I guess that kind of solves itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that could work.
Grondar, as you wander and arrive back at your place of work, you see your boss looking rather perturbed with you. I know you're new, and this is your first carnival and everything, but when you're given a shift, I expect you to work all of it. I give you breaks.
I don't know what to do.
Intimidation.
Roll insight.
4 plus 3, so 7.
Roll constitution.
Oh god.
no.
2 plus 1, 3.
You are duly chastened by your boss for leaving your assigned post. And let's see, are stuck there for the next hour.
We can still go without them in position, so everybody.
That would.
I'm going
Oh,
to
come on, that's metagaming. None of you have seen this.
No, but as we're heading down, we can also be able to see.
So, Grondar, you take up your post.
Because as we come through
Yes,
here,
roll perception. All of you, or the three of you.
looking,
4.
see a
14.
shrug off a shoulder, maybe has a 4.
Ragnar, as you walk by, you notice your despondent friend from back in the day, and having spent much time in the service of others and in the military, you can recognize the look of somebody who just got their backside chewed out, and yeah, it's a familiar feeling.
I like wants to get his backside chewed out by the centaur.
Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
Well, okay. Thus,
All in due time.
Eventually.
If there's only guns
Hopefully.
in this game, it'll be a bloody pile of my boss.
and thus ends hour 6 of the Witchlight Carnival.
I love how I ended it with a sex joke.
Well played, Lyn. Well played.
Good job.
I ended it with
All right, folks. See you tomorrow.
I'm so
thought of murder.